Hey everyone, welcome. What's up? It's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Bronze Buys. This is the show where I go over all my pickups from the last week and share them with you. So first up, a big time shout out to Billy over at Economics and Comics for giving everybody in the community a heads up that Venom 35 or Legacy 200 was something very special. We learned in that issue that Dylan, this is spoilers by the way, Dylan is going to become the next Venom. So, as you might imagine, that's going to drive up the price on Venom 9, which is his first full appearance, plus Venom 7, which is his first cameo. Luckily, since I got that information a little bit early, I was able to beat the rush to eBay and pick up a couple slab 9/8, the first of which is this Philip Tan cover, which I actually love. I have a copy of this in 9/8 that's signed by Stegman and Cates already. I was really happy to add this one to the collection. In addition to the Philip Tan cover, I also grabbed a regular A cover by Ryan Stegman. This is the cover that generally is going to go for the most money because people do seek out the A covers when it comes to first appearances, unless there's some sort of first cover appearance where they're on a variant, which isn't the case in this. His first full cover appearance is actually going to be on Venom 10, so you're safe there if you're looking for that. I was just really happy to grab two of these before the prices shot up. I'll be sitting on these for a little bit and then probably flipping them so I can put it towards something I'm looking for a little bit more. Ever since I read Amanda Connor's run, and Jimmy Palmiotti for that matter's run, on Power Girl, I've been a huge fan of Amanda Connor's artwork. When Amanda Connor had an Indiegogo that popped up for Vampirella, I jumped on it and I got this Virgin cover to go with that. Finally got that backer reward in, and in addition to the comic, they included this sticker and a couple trading cards, which is pretty cool. So all in all, pretty awesome. I love this cover. I grabbed this Kendrick Kunka set of Wonder Girl #1 from economicsandcomics.com, and I want to thank Billy over there for making sure that this was a near mint set. Thanks a lot, Billy. In addition to the trade variant, I also got the minimal trade dress, and my personal favorite, the Virgin with the dark background. This is a fantastic cover, and I know what you might be thinking, that's a pretty thick Wonder Girl Yara Flor. Is this my booty cover of the week? No, actually, you gotta stay tuned for that one. It's coming up later. So I took a vacation to the coast of Washington this week, and I did one of my favorite hobbies with my wife. We went antiquing, looking for comic books and children's books and all kinds of other cool stuff. This particular antique store didn't have a whole lot. They had a bunch of comic books for $1. Most of it looked like it came from Things from Another World at some point, probably during some big sale. So I grabbed some comics. Unfortunately, they were pretty well loved, but I just grabbed them because why not? Most of these I had them when I was a kid kind of a buy, and that's definitely true for this Gen 13. This Icon #1 is actually a book that I am looking for. Unfortunately, this one's really beat up, but again, it was $1, so I made sure to grab it. At one point in time, I had the entire Morrison New X-Men run. Unfortunately, that's one of the ones I sold with my collection when I did sell it a few years back, but I'm picking up the issues as I can find them, and this New X-Men was one of the better conditioned copies that I grabbed from this particular antique mall. I actually really enjoyed Tony Daniel's The 10th series. I thought it was pretty cool. This is one of the later installments of the miniseries, but I picked up this one, 10th Resurrection #1. This is one of those ones where I'll totally admit to feeling dumb when I bought this or after I bought it. I thought this was the first Umbrella Academy for some reason. I have no idea why, which is why I picked it up even though it's in absolutely terrible condition. But I forgot this is actually one of the later series, so dumb mistake, but it only cost me $1. Union's another one of those weird titles that I liked when I was a teenager, so I grabbed this. This is volume 2, #1. My favorite is actually the first volume, Mark Texeira cover. I love that one, but yeah, I had to grab this one too. All right, so now let's get into the really fun pickups. I went to a second antique mall, this time in Astoria, Oregon, and I did pick up some pretty cool stuff. Eagle-eyed viewers may already notice what's special about this book. That's right, this is a British pence edition, so it's a price variant book. And there's a couple of them in this, but I just grabbed this one because I'll grab any pence variant I find that's basically being sold for normal cover price all day long. They're super rare. I snagged this because it's a hot book right now with that first Titania and the She-Hulk confirmation that she's going to be in that series. And it's a pretty clean looking copy except for that top right corner. However, what I didn't realize when I bought this is this is actually a second printing. So second printings are going to be a little less desirable from this era, generally speaking. However, there's this kind of a weird one. I can't really find much sales data for the second printing of this book, at least not in the few minutes I had to look. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that this probably isn't too much of a loss right now. So I couldn't pass this one up. This is actually one of the better finds. This is a Shaun of the She-Devil #2. It's a classic Jim Steranko cover. and I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there for some vintage love and make this my booty cover of the week. I was definitely stoked to find some classic Thors. This Thor 203 will make a great addition to my collection, probably in that 7.5 range, which isn't bad for that vintage. But this one I was super excited about. Not only is this a cool Thor 228, which I probably would have bought at a fair price no matter what, but it's also the Pence variant. So remember, those Pence variants, they were really low print run. They were still printed in the United States right alongside the run of the regular issue, on the same print run, probably just kind of coming right afterwards with the price variant, or right before possibly. And they just have a fraction of the print run, and they're also really hard to find in the United States because most of them clearly went to Great Britain. So that's pretty cool, and I'm very happy to have a couple of these in my collection now. I was very happy to pull this one out of the few short boxes that were in the middle of this antique mall. This is an X-Men Annual 14, which, regardless whether or not you think it's his full or his cameo, it is the first appearance of Gambit. Okay, if you really don't believe me, I go into it in detail in this video that I'll link up here. But yeah, it's the first appearance of Gambit. Some people say it's a cameo. Some people say it's a first full, but chronologically speaking, the actual issue came out first. And this one's picking up steam with a lot of collectors as X-Men 266 is kind of getting pricey and people are starting to gravitate towards this book a little bit. So this is my third copy. I've got a 9.6. I've got a comic I think is going to come back as a 9.6 or a 9.4. And now this, which I'd put at like a 9 or a 9.2. Really stoked to have this one. And this is going to end up being my bronze buy of the week when I picked it up for just $30. And it's going for a lot more than that in that condition right now. Hey, thanks for following along, everybody, with all my bronze buys. I'm really curious to hear what you picked up down in the comments below. Let me know. What did you grab? Was it for spec? Was it for personal reading? Was it something you just found at a great deal on at another antique mall? I always love hearing those stories, and I can't wait to talk to you guys in the comments down below about that. And also a friendly reminder, I do accept donations to my channel through a Ko-fi. Remember, I don't ask you, normally speaking, to like and subscribe to my channel, and I just like to let you guys know that I do accept donations, and I do things like improve my lighting, my audio equipment, or just keep delivering great content to you with those donations. Thanks again for watching, and good hunting out there as you look for comics in your area as well. I just want to remind everybody, as always, hey, 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 read comics every day.